Welcome back to another episode of Let 'Em Ride. It is Wednesday, July 24th. We got another Nerfy-filled episode coming at you. We're going to be going over the three best Nerfies that we have found on the slate for today. Before we do, though, make sure you smash that like button down below. Make sure you hit subscribe if you have not already. That way you're not missing out on any of the content that we are dropping. And be sure to check over to the Guy Boston Sports channel as well. We will be dropping content over there as well as Ev dropping his daily MLB picks that are always bangers. If you guys are missing out on that, you're missing out on some cash, man, because my boy's been profiting for the entire month of July. So make sure you hop on over there and get in on that as well. But let's dive into these Nerfies for today, man. We got the Boston Red Sox taking on the Colorado Rockies. Now, look, this is good offense, but in my opinion, better pitching. So that's what we're leaning on with this one. The Red Sox are 51-49 on the year for Nerfies. And then the Rockies are 46-56 on the year. We have to keep an eye on the winds in this one. They're projected to be blowing out from home plate towards right field early in the morning, but then they should be heading from right field to left by opening pitch. Colorado is batting .244 on the year, 14th in the MLB, .245 versus right-handed pitchers, that's 11th, and then .321 against the four-seam fastball, which is Nick Pivada's favorite pitch. Now, he's a right-handed pitcher for the Red Sox. He throws a sweeper and a curveball, has a cutter and a slider he'll throw in the mix at times, but mainly relies on that four-seam fastball. He's got a Nerfy record in his last 5 of 4-1. He's 11-4 on the year for a 73% hit rate, with an ERA of 3.87, a first inning whip of 93, and a first inning opponent batting average of 211. And Boston is batting .256 on the year, that's 4th in the league. .259 versus right-handed pitchers, that's 3rd, and then .295 against the sinker, which is Cal Quantrill's. That's his favorite pitch. He throws a combo of the sinker and the split finger most often, but he relies more on that sinker. And he's got a Nerfy record in his last 5 of 5-0, 17-3 overall in the year for an 85% hit rate. His ERA is sitting at 4.15, but his first inning whip, 95, first inning opponent batting average, 194. So like I said, this is one where it's good offenses, but this is decent pitching here that should prevail. I'm hoping for the best here, guys. It is plus money that we can catch it at, so I think it's worth a flyer here. I think it's worth throwing a half unit on. Our next game we're looking at is the Detroit Tigers taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Now, the Tigers are 51-51 on the year for Nerfies. Cleveland is 54-66. The winds in this one should be blowing inwards from left field around first pitch. Cleveland's batting .243 on the year, that's 15th. .237 against right-handed pitchers, that's 18th. Then they're hitting .263 against the four-seam, .244 against the slider. Jack Flaherty, he throws the four-seamer and the slider the most from his 5-pitch arsenal. Now, he's 5-0 in his last 5, 13-4 for a 76% hit rate, with an ERA of 3.13, a first inning whip of 96, and a first inning opponent batting average of 2.15. Detroit is batting .234, that's only 23rd in the league, .233 against right-handed pitchers, only 22nd, and they're hitting .226 against the four-seam on the year, which Tanner Bybee, he likes to throw it a lot. He has a 4-pitch bag, throwing a slider and a changeup and a curveball, but his favorite is that four-seam. His Nerfy record is 1-4 in his last 5. He won his last one out, 13-7 overall in the year for a 65% hit rate. So this is where this one gets a little sketchy, and this is where I'm only going to throw a half unit on this one as well. That 1-4 in his last 5, man, he struggled here in these first innings, but he does have a first inning whip of 105, a first inning opponent batting average of 203, so he is capable, but it is a little sketchy, like I said. So these first two, it's a little bit opposite. It's like good offenses on the one side, but really dominant pitching in that Boston Red Sox, Colorado Rocky game. And then looking at this one here, Detroit and Cleveland, it's like this is weaker offenses going up against decent pitching, but pitching that has struggled as well. But these offenses are so poor that I do like this one as well. I like throwing a half unit on it. My favorite look for the day, though, is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Kansas City Royals. The wind in this one, only partly cloudy with slight winds under 2 miles per hour blowing inwards from right field. So nothing that's going to negatively affect us in any way. Arizona is 55-47 on the year for Nerfies. Kansas City, 58-44. Kansas City, they're batting .249 on the year. That's 10th. .247 against right-handed pitchers, also 10th. And they're hitting .235 against the four-seam. Ryan Nelson, he leans heavily on that four-seamer. That makes up 53% of his pitches. He's the right-handed pitcher for Arizona on the mound today. This Nerfy record's 4-1 in his last 5. 15-1 overall for a 94% hit rate. His ERA is 4.78 with his first inning whip at 78. First inning opponent batting average, 186. Arizona is batting 252 on the year. That's 9th. 241 against right-handed pitchers. That's 15th. And then they're hitting only 220 against the changeup on the year, which Michael Wacha from Kansas City loves to throw. He's their right-handed pitcher. He has a 6-pitch bag, guys. He throws a sinker, a cutter, a slider, a curveball, a four-seam, but his most frequent pitch is that changeup. Wacha's got a NRFI record of 4-1 in his last 5. He's 14-3 on the year for an 82% hit rate. And then an ERA of 3.55, first inning whip of 82, first inning opponent batting average of only 186. So yeah, like I said, you got one pitcher on the mound with an 82% hit rate. Then we look the other way. We have the other one sitting at a 94% hit rate. And these offenses aren't horrible, obviously, but they're not the best either. A little bit more than above average, sitting at 9th and 10th as far as batting averages here. So this one feels really good. I like this one a lot. I'm going to throw a full unit on this one here. And that's going to round it out for our 3 NRFI picks on the day. And I will list these in the pinned comment as well. That way you can look at the odds and see which ones you'd like to tail if you do. Or maybe you look at those and you're like, nah, all these NRFIs are duds, bro. Maybe you decide that you would like to do some opposite picks. Maybe you want to do, I don't know, man. Maybe you found some better NRFIs that you want to throw in the comments as well. Feel free to do that, man. I love to talk to you guys about it. I love to go back and forth with you guys about it. And I love to celebrate with you guys when you're down there in the comments, cashing on the plays that you put in. Hey, guys, that's going to do it here today. If you liked the episode, you liked the content, you found it helpful or useful in any kind of way, please do not forget to smash that like button down there and hit subscribe if you have not already. That way you don't miss out on any of the content that we are dropping. And hit share if you can. It's deeply appreciated. So that's going to do it, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Bet responsibly, and let's go get a bag.